Greetings from my YouTube channel. Please remember to like and subscribe. Let's get started with the most recent information on stimulus checks for July 2023. We have a ton of significant stories to discuss, so let's get going. First, there's an intriguing news regarding the potential for $1,000 checks per month for 3 years. It's critical to check your eligibility and see if you satisfy the requirements because the deadline to qualify is quickly approaching. Next, we have details about the states that offer tax refunds during the summer. Even if the federal stimulus funding came to an end in 2021, numerous states have kept up their own stimulus programs. A few states are still paying qualified residents who submitted within the deadlines as of the summer of 2023. Let's examine some of these states and the specifics of their programs in more depth. 2 stimulus programs were launched in Idaho in 2022. According to the 2020 tax reports, the initial program granted a tax rebate of $75 per family, or 12% of the household tax due. The second payment, called the Special Sessions Rebate, was equivalent to 10% of the household tax due and was in the amount of $600 for joint filers and $300 for single taxpayers. While the majority of payments have already been issued, there are still a few payments for residents whose tax returns were filed later that are still being processed. Illinois started 2 different forms of stimulus payments in 2022, and they will continue until the summer of 2023. The aggregate amount of the property tax and individual income tax rebates may be up to $700. However, the state anticipates the distribution procedure to take many months due to the substantial amount of funds to be given, over $6 million. The adjusted gross incomes, AGIs, needed to qualify for the income tax rebate in 2021 must be less than $200,000 for single filers and $400,000 for joint filers. The tax rebate requires Illinois state property tax to be paid on the 2021 return and a combined AGI of no more than $500,000 or $250,000 for single filers. The primary winter energy relief payments qualifying period is already over, but eligible people who haven't received payments yet can still prove their status by contacting the state tax assessor until June 30th. Final payments will be made through September 30th, 2023, to individuals who can demonstrate their entitlement. Massachusetts' stimulus tax refund period is essentially over. Residents who qualified might receive a refund of about 14% of their state income tax debt for 2021. On November 1st, 2022, payments were made, and they have largely been distributed. The deadline for people who haven't submitted their tax returns yet is September 15th, 2023. After filing, they can anticipate getting their return in about a month. The only state with new tax rebates planned for the second half of 2023 is Montana, which stands out. Residents may be eligible for both a property tax and income tax rebate. The income tax rebate is equal to the smaller of the state tax forms income tax, $2,500 for joint filers, or $1,250 for others, whichever is lower. For 2023 and 2024, the property tax rebate is $500, or the actual amount of the property tax paid, whichever is less. Tax refunds will be sent out starting in July and continuing through the end of 2023. Residents have until October 1st, 2023, to submit an online or postal claim for the property tax rebate. In New Mexico, there will be 2 different types of fresh rebates available in 2023. The first is for people who submit tax returns, and the second is for people who live in the state but are not obligated to. The rebate amounts are $500 for solo taxpayers and $1,000 for married couples filing jointly. These 2 rebates are expected to be paid out in mid-June and July of 2023, respectively. Last but not least, there is a crucial stimulus check update for the entire country at the federal level. In relation to the deadline for taxpayers to request their 2019 tax refunds, the IRS has issued a final notice. It's imperative to move quickly because the application window will close in 6 days. Significant stimulus provisions that many people missed out on have resulted in returns of up to $6,557 in some cases. You may take advantage of this opportunity in any state, so be sure not to lose out on these funds. Along with the updates on the stimulus checks, Social Security is the subject of ongoing debate and reform. Social Security is anticipated to undergo revisions and modifications in 2023, possibly including hikes. Keep checking back for more details on this subject. Thank you for joining me, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay updated by viewing the following video.